I tell you I love you yet?
I have never loved anyone like this before.
Who hasn't watched any episode of the captivating series You? Definitely not you. Season 1 was epic. Season 2 gave us more amazing vibes, and now Season 3 is not here to play around. There has been some news concerning new cast members for the Netflix series. We get to see more than 10 new faces added to the thickening plot of this series. So who are they? Well, you're about to find out. But first, a simple reminder on how to enter our brand new giveaway. We are giving away either an iPhone X Max, the new iPad mini, or a MacBook Pro. It's all your choice. So be sure to leave a like, comment the keyword, subscribe, and turn on notifications to enter this giveaway. It's really that simple. First, let's start with the promoted cast. Promoted to series regular, some cast members were only seen in fleeting roles, but they did not make an impact on the storyline of the series. The Netflix series confirms that a few of them will be spending more time on your screens. We're talking about the actress that plays Dottie, Saffron Burrows, who was in season 2 of the series. She will be featured with her daughter and granddaughter, who will now be able to receive her love and attention after the death of her son. What's even more interesting is that we may get to see Joe as a suburban dad. And we have to say, LOL. The showrunner has always said that they wanted each season to have a different location. Season 1 was New York, the second season was in LA, and now they are moving to the suburbs for season 3. The plan is a suburban world with Joe being so out of place like a fish out of the water, while Love is in a different place. We would like to see how this turns out, but while we wait, here's a glimpse of the new characters to expect in season 3. Shalita Grant as Sherry. We all know that one person who acts all nice and friendly on the outside, but is as mean as a weasel on the inside. Well, Joe and Love's neighborhood also have their version of this, and her name is Sherry. This locally famous momfluencer shows her social media followers a woman who is down to earth and warm. She's also good at portraying this fake persona, but underneath is a woman with a lot of insecurity who is threatened by Love. This mean girl in season 3 will pretend to welcome Love into her elitist and wealthy social circle, and we all know this usually doesn't end well. Still, she could turn out to be a true friend, as she at least has standards of loyalty. Sherry will be played by Shalita Grant, who is a special agent on NCIS, New Orleans, and acted in movies like Search Party and Mercy Street. Michaela McManus is Natalie. Just before we ended season 2, we saw how Joe became completely infatuated with his neighbor. From the last scene, we know that Joe will always be Joe, but that's not necessarily good for him. He still hasn't learned that he can't just attach his hopes and dreams to people all the time. Still, he's continuing in that same pattern, and things may not go well for Joe. The twist here is that we never saw her face, even though we know that she was Joe's type. And what would be Joe's type anyway? Into books and really mysterious, we can't argue the mysterious part, as we don't even get to know who it was. But that won't be for long. The neighbor is definitely not his mom, as a lot of people may have thought, but is called Natalie. She will be the subject of his growing fascination in season 3. However, she is married to a powerful man while being both a social and professional success. Still, she can see through the shallow vibes around her while leading an even more secret life. Joe is about to work hard to find out everything there is to know about this neighbor. Up next is Dylan Arnold as Theo. When we hear the name Dylan Arnold, the first thing that comes to most people's minds is the actor who played Noah in After, a romantic drama that was a favorite for many people. It was so good that he reprised his role in the sequel After We Collided. Dylan was also in Halloween and Halloween Kills, where he played the role of Cameron Elam. Now we get to see him play a college student called Theo, who has a complicated and not so happy relationship with his stepfather. Despite his vulnerabilities and troubled outlook, Theo is perceptive and really wise. Still, he has the habit of getting caught up in his problems of loved ones while trying to solve his own problems with dangerous behavior and drugs. Up next is Tati Gabrielle as Marianne. Tati Gabrielle, who has been featured in movies like The 100 and Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, will be making her appearance in You as a no-nonsense yet smart librarian named Marianne. Marianne is a witty person, and it would be difficult to get anything past her. She's also living in the same neighborhood as Joe and Love, keenly observing everything that goes on in the area. Of course, she is not easily taken in by the patrons' entitlement and privileges despite her own crazy life. So we have Marianne, who portrays a buttoned-up and practical personality on the outside, but struggles inside with personal issues that are always setting her back. She is trying hard to create a better life for her child. Up next is Chris O'Shea as Andrew and Brian Safi as Jackson. And now, let's talk about a couple with an enviable marriage that really does look like the partners have it all together. We will be seeing new characters named Andrew and Jackson, whose storyline will become crucial in the Netflix series. Andrew will be played by English actor Chris O'Shea, who had his debut role in Patriots Day, a 2016 feature film, and did a really amazing job. If you're a fan of television sitcoms, then you have also seen him as Professor Philip Farlow in Baby Daddy. In You, his character is an adoring member of Sherry's clique, while being a fit stay-at-home dad tuned into the latest gossip in town. Jackson, on the other hand, is played by Brian Safi, who was seen in The Big Bang Theory and 911, a Fox series. In this Netflix series, he is Andrew's husband and has a high-powered job as a tech attorney, which doesn't get over his head. Up next is Mackenzie Aston as Gil and Alyette Zuer as Chandra. Naive, friendly, and thoughtful, these are words that you would use to describe the geology professor who will answer to the name Gil in Season 3. This mild-mannered man does have genuinely good intentions despite his tendency to be plain. Still, Mackenzie Aston, who will be playing this role, is anything but plain, especially with how he handled his roles in The Last Days of Disco and Iron Will. Then there's Dr. Chandra, who is a seasoned couples therapist with a brusque and chick outlook. She takes her job seriously, making sure that she gets to the bottom of any issue her patients have as soon as they step through her doors. Award-winning Israeli actress Alyette Zuer will take on this role, and when we say award-winning, we mean it. She was in the movies Betapul and Nina's Tragedies, and her portrayal of her characters earned her Best Actress awards. Up next is Shannon Chan Kent as Kiki and Christopher Sean as Brandon. New characters Kiki and Brandon will be portrayed by Shannon Chan Kent and Christopher Sean. Kiki is your typical rich wife, mother, and life coach who acts like she is entitled to everything she gets. She is also a regular at midday fitness classes while stopping by at the local cafe for really long gossip sessions. Brandon is a stay-at-home dad who became a tech investor, struck gold when he was just in his 20s, and has since then not worked a typical 9-to-5 like other families. We do believe that both Shannon and Christopher will do amazing jobs given their track records in the movie industry. Shannon is a great voice actress who was the voice of Silver Spoon, Pinkie Pie, and Smolder in My Little Pony. Friendship is Magic. She also had a voice role in The Littlest Pet Shop. And who can forget Christopher Sean, who was in the soap opera Days of Our Lives as Paul Narita. Let's see how they bring their characters to life in this Netflix series. Up next is Ben Mell as Dante. If you have watched The Good Wife and Viral Beauty, then you have definitely come across the talented Ben Mell, who had unforgettable roles in these movies. He's about to do that again, this time as Dante, in Season 3 of You. Dante is a veteran and with damaged eyesight who still retains his composure and wit no matter how tragic the day may end up being. Still, it's ironic that he would also be a librarian in this series. Another thing we know about this character is that he is a dedicated family man with 2 stepchildren and a husband. However, he is anxious to expand his family and goes out of his way to help his friends care for their children. And there you have it, guys. What are you looking forward to most in Season 3 of this series? Let us know in the comments. And that's a wrap. Thanks for watching.